Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is lesson 9 from the rights of brotherhood, being happy about what Allah has bestowed upon your brother. People excel others. Considering this, it is your brother's right over you that if Allah gives him a mark of excellence, you should be happy for him as though it had happened to you. This feeling is a requirement of a bond of brotherhood, as a means to dismiss the evil of envy. Negative consequences occur when a Muslim sees that Allah has given his brother something that distinguishes him from the rest of his companions. He doesn't feel happiness for him. He might ask himself, why wasn't this given to me? Or he may say about the brother, he doesn't even deserve this distinction. This kind of feeling corrupts the bonds of brotherhood. Therefore, it's an obligation that you rid yourself of feeling envy, and instead be happy for your brother and love for him what you love for yourself. The Messenger of Allah said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. One of you is not a believer until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. People of knowledge explain the phrase لا يؤمن, he does not believe, means an imanun kamil, complete faith. So the meaning of the hadith is, one of you does not have complete faith until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. ما يحب لنفسه, what he loves for himself, is a deep standard of morality. A Muslim's concern for others should mirror his concern for himself, literally, in his heart, verbally, and in his actions. Imām An-Nabawiyyah rahimahullah said, this hadith is one of the great foundations of Islam, encompassing all kinds of goodness. Loving for one's brother what one loves for himself means wishing him well in all aspects of goodness and avoiding harming him in any kind of way. Ibn al-Rajab al-Hanbali rahimahullah said in Germantown, true love for the brother is not merely a verbal claim, but it shows that one loves that his brother shares in the blessings and does not envy, does not have hatred, or doesn't have resentment of Allah's favors upon others. What are the practical results of applying this hadith in brotherhood? So, if we apply this hadith, brothers and sisters, what will we see in our day-to-day lives? Removing envy. A believer rejoices when his brother receives good, just as he would for himself. Giving sincere advice, nasiha, advising others with the same sincerity one would hope for in return. Dua, making dua for your brothers in his absence, which is a practice of the righteous. Mutual support, standing with brothers in their needs, defending their honor, and assisting them with worldly and religious matters. Community building. When this hadith is applied collectively, it creates a community held together with love, held together with sincerity, and held together with trust. This hadith doesn't simply deal with outward actions. It aims to purify the heart. Brotherhood in Islam is not just physical cooperation, but also spiritual. It's rooted in Imām. It teaches believers to rise above selfishness and cultivate selfless love for others, which reflects true belief. In other words, if you love to be a possessor of wealth, then you will love that for your brother. If you love to possess knowledge, then you love that for your brother. If you love people show their attention, show their appreciation to you, then you should love that for your brother. This is an appropriate attitude to have in many situations, so that you can dismiss the feeling of envy and replace it by being happy about what Allah has given your brother. Allah will love you for this attitude. It's a requirement before a believer in general, you should love goodness for your brother as you love it for yourself. Do not feel envy because of the favor that Allah has given to him. How to respond properly to your brother's good fortune. So we have responses to this love. It isn't just a claim. How do you respond? For example, if Allah bestowed wealth upon your brother and you only possess a small amount, and find yourself amazed by the things he buys and by his generosity to others, you should praise Allah for placing him in that position as though it was you that had been placed there. You should accustom yourself to have the attitude that when Allah favors your brother, he is also favoring you. Regarding the acquisition of knowledge. So for example, if your brother is able to do precise research on religious issues, or he gives good lectures and sermons, and he can have an effect on people based upon his knowledge, this should not disturb you or make you unhappy. Rather, it is from the rights and obligations of brotherhood that you be happy about your brother's position of knowledge and ask Allah to make him excel in his efforts. Do not be envious of him. Brothers and sisters, envy is a destructive illness. It destroys good deeds. As the Messenger of Allah said, إِيَّاكُمْ وَالْحَسَدِ فَإِنَّهُ يَأْكُلُ حَسَنَاتٍ كَمَا يَأْكُلُ نَارُ الْحَطَبِ. Stay away from envy because it consumes good deeds the way fire consumes wood. The seeds of envy can be planted if there are two brothers, and because of Shaitan, one of them sees the other as being more important than himself. He sees his brother as being able to command attention. When he speaks at gatherings, he sees his brother as having status and strength. This is not permissible to have these kind of feelings. What he should do within himself is love his brother's qualities, and he loves them for himself as though Allah had given them to him. Religious praise. There are people upon whom Allah bestows the gates of goodness through acts of worship. They fast frequently. They perform voluntary salat frequently. Once, Imam Malik, may Allah have mercy upon him, was asked, "You are the Imam. You are Malik. You have status with people. However, we do not see you doing abundant amounts of worship. We do not see you perform great amounts of salah. Nor do we see you fast often. Nor do we see that you are a fighter for the sake of Allah." The Imam Malik rahimahullah said, to the one who has mentioned this allegation, verily there are some people to whom Allah has opened the gates of salah. There are some to whom he has opened the gates of fasting, while others he has opened the gates of giving charity. And others he has opened the gates of struggle in the cause of Allah. Then there are people who he has opened the gate of knowledge. The gate of knowledge has been opened for me, and I am pleased with what Allah has opened for me in this regard. So brothers and sisters, it's absolutely necessary to rid ourselves of envy and understand that what people get, they get by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is the one who gives people what they have. And we should not hate them for it. Because in fact, if we hate someone for what they have, and Allah gave them, we're actually showing anger toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the bestower of all good things. So with that regard, we must always feel as though if he has something good, it's as though it happened to me. And that way I can maintain the love and maintain the relationship which is known as brotherhood in Islam, and maintain the rights of brotherhood in this religion. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.